Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So we are going to get immediately into a reading. First of all, I will check what oracle deck I should use right now. Let's see. The yin yang. Ooh, this might be a very healing reading. Okay, let's get into it. I will put the box here. The yin yang. This is the yin yang. Okay, let me just check because I never remember if I'm using the decks in the two. Yes, I'm using it in two directions. So let's see. It doesn't have to be a healing reading, but I kind of feel that with these decks, it often is. So let's see. Wait, I'm sorry. I hope the camera won't move. No, I don't think it moved. I just moved the mic a little bit because it was in my face. Family in reverse. I knew it. My God. Pluto. I said I knew it because like half an hour ago, I felt that we would have a reading regarding family. We have stability in reverse, guarded in reverse, freedom in the uprights, breaking free, new cycle, fast change, new direction, loss in the sixth position, wounded. Let's take three more. 1, 2, et 3. Okay, so here's what we have here. We have karma at the end, self-worth in the 8th position, and union in reverse. Listen, what I had half an hour ago, I got a download about a reading about family. So we might be talking about your family, and we might be talking about a family. So if you have no issue with any family, it might not be your reading, but I kind of feel here that I might be talking to a scapegoat, something like that. The family is in reverse. You might have felt that you needed to let go. With the Pluto, we are related to the sign of Scorpio. It is the death card in reverse. It is the death card in the tarot deck. And it is talking about transformation. I kind of feel that you might have felt... it's written, the death card. I never paid attention. Yeah, and transformation is also written. Resilience, power, ending, letting go. So, listen, it kind of feels here that you might have felt that your family was holding you back, not allowing you to be totally yourself. We have the stability and flow in reverse. So, you might have felt very stressed with your family, like they didn't see you, they were always trying to judge you, making you feel that whoever you are, it's not good. But I kind of feel that this is part of the dysfunctional family system. If you don't know, hi, I am a healer, and I am... it's a subject that I'm very, very accustomed to, how the dysfunctional family is built. So we have the guarded in reverse. I kind of feel here that you couldn't be vulnerable with them. You had to put a lot of boundaries. You might have felt that you needed to be very secretive about your life, which might have made you feel like if you were not okay, when you totally are. They are just extremely critical, judgmental of you. It is often the case. For the scapegoat, you might be the most perfect person, the most loving, empathetic, hardworking, all of this. It doesn't matter. The scapegoat is the scapegoat for a reason, and the scapegoat needs to maintain their position of scapegoat. So it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, you cannot change this status. The only way to change this status, well, it is even not changing the status, it is simply by taking distance and protecting yourself, because being treated as a scapegoat, it is extremely damaging for your mental health, for your identity, all those kind of things. We have here Uranus, freedom. You needed to take a leap of faith, or maybe you are in this process, breaking free, new cycle, fast change, new direction. And I kind of feel that all of this, in fact, it is re-embodying your authentic self. Here's the thing, when you are dealing with those kind of families, and as said, we might be talking about your family, we might be talking about a family in law, right? But it kind of feels like if you need to hide a part of you and your life, and this is not the worst part. The worst part it is that you have to hide something that there is nothing to hide. It's not like you have a big secret. And the second thing, it is that they are becoming very suspicious, judgmental, trying to get into your business, making you feel guilty because you need to protect yourself. It is truly very, very difficult. So, we have the loss here. So I kind of feel that either you are in the process of going no contact, or you went no contact and you had to do it. This was your karma, in fact, right? We have the self-worth here, high vibration, in the 8th position. The 8th position, it is the place of karma. Karma, we have karma here too. I didn't even realize. Karma is not about bad or good. It is the consequences of your actions. So if you have bad actions, so you have bad karma. If you have good actions, you have good karma. Here, in order to respect yourself, you might feel that you have no other choice but to protect yourself. We have the union here in reverse. We have the loss, the union in reverse, letting go. So I kind of feel that you might have tried other things in order to maintain some kind of connection. Maybe you didn't want to lose it all, but I kind of feel that you might have felt, or you are feeling, that you are struggling because whatever you are doing, nothing is changing. Nothing is changing, and the reason why, as said, it is because when you are the scapegoat, you are meant to carry this role. You are the scapegoat very often because you are the most sensitive, the most empathetic, the one who has the most clarity. You are connected to your heart space. You might be a truth teller too, so you might say out loud things that you see that are not okay. You might be the one who is healing also, and their issue, in fact, it is that you are the one that has the ability to take your independence, and you are also the one who is able to see the dysfunction and talk about it, express it, right? And so this is why you are carrying the role of the scapegoat. Everybody is projecting on you every issue that there is. You become the problem, and so they are searching for problems to put onto you. This is why I said it doesn't matter. You might be the most perfect person. They will paint you in the darkest light. Also, what is very often happening, it is not just happening in the circle itself. Your family, or the family that we are talking about here, are bad-mouthing you to everyone who just wants to hear it, because they are trying to protect yourself of what you could eventually talk about, that there is dysfunction in the family system itself, right? So, this being said, we will get into a reading. I am looking at my decks. I think that I want to use this deck. And we will get deeper into that. We will see why it is coming up. I already had a few readings, I feel, where we were talking about the dysfunctional family, being growing with a neglectful parent, narcissistic parent, narcissistic siblings. Very often in those kind of families, what we end up seeing, if there is a neglectful or a narcissistic parent, it is that first of all, it takes a lot of time in order to be able to understand truly what is going on. First of all, because you are made to be the problem, right? The whole idea it is that you are the scapegoat because you need to doubt yourself. This is the intention. You are too sensitive, you are mentally unstable, you see problems where there are not. All of this is in order to protect, in fact, the dysfunctionality. And so you need to stay doubting of yourself, you need to stay weak. This is the intention because they don't want you to regain your freedom, they don't want you to regain your mental clarity and be truly able to see things very clearly. The whole energy that you are into is meant to keep you in a survival state, a nervous system survival state. So you might also become very reactive because it is a reaction to the gaslighting, the toxicity, the neglect, sometimes the abuse. So all of this is keeping you in a emotional survival mode, right? So you might become very reactive and they are using this against you to point on you and tell you, you see you are too sensitive, you see that you are mentally unstable. This is all part of the system, right? So let's get deeper into it. Let's see why it is coming up now. I guess that somebody might need to hear it. We have a lot of new people here, so maybe they haven't heard about it yet. Hi, welcome to the new people. Welcome back to those of you who are coming back and that I see in the comments. Thank you for all your confirmation, for all your compliments, all of it. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Just a reminder before we get further into this. This is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, so it might be for you, it might be partly for you, it might not be for you. So please don't take on yourself a story that is not yours, right? You are already supposed to know what I'm talking about here. You might not have the words, but it might truly reflect on you already. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more explanation, insights, maybe confirmation of whatever you already feel intuitively, right? So, if I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So please apply it however it applies to the roles in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So, let's see. Oof. Listen. King of Swords in reverse. Manipulating you, lying to you, gaslighting you, trying to create to you mental fog, right? Why? Because you are in this energy of the Nine of Cups. You might be a free thinker. You are totally connected to your individuality. You know what you want. You know what happiness means. And this is why also you are able to point on what is not normal, what is the dysfunction. So you might have excused it all the time. As said, it is very difficult to truly be able to point out that your family is this or that or that or that, because this is the reference that you have, right? This is what you have always known, especially if we are talking about your own family. And I kind of feel here that it's the case. Yeah, I'm trying to look if this could also talk about a family-in-law. It might. And then you might have felt the need to separate yourself from your partner because they might not have seen or accepted the fact that their family is toxic. So it might be too. Yes, we have the loss here. So it might. You know your story, right? But the main issue here for them, it is your self-love, your self-respect. You are not at a stage now where you doubt who you are. You might have doubted in the past. You might have thought that you will have to somehow adapt yourself to other people, that maybe you are truly too sensitive, that maybe you are truly in depression, mentally unstable, all those kind of things. And you might also have been in depression, because dealing with that, when you are the scapegoat, it is pushing you into, as said, this nervous system and emotional survival mode. And when you are always in this survival mode, at the end of the day, it is destroying your brain. It is attacking you physically because of the stress. And so you might end up in depression, right? So let's see if you can see all the cards. Yes, you can. I first want to put the cards like this. Wait, this was in reverse. So this is reverse. This is upright, and this is upright. Yeah, okay. So the whole idea here of the lying, manipulating, gaslighting, all of this, it was truly in order to dim you, make you doubt of yourself, keep you weak. This was the idea. Tell me more here, please. The Hermit in reverse and Judgment in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel that you truly needed to protect yourself. As said, maybe hide some parts of yourself or part of your life, while in fact you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have, first of all, because you are with your family and they are supposed to be a safe space. But more than that, I kind of feel that it didn't matter what you did. Nothing was good enough. They were always taking you down. They were always judging you. We have the Judgment in reverse here. There was never anything that you could have done to gain the support that you needed. We are talking here about a system that feels threatened by your strength. So anything good that is coming into your life, it is a threat for them, right? So this is why you might have even felt the need to protect good things that were happening in your life, because you might have known that they would try to destroy it. They would be very critical and judgmental about it. They would play the devil's advocate, right? And it doesn't matter how much you can say to yourself, I don't care about what they are saying. It might work with certain people, but when it is your family and the people that you grew up with, it is attached to so many old wounds that it's very difficult, because old wounds, especially if they happen before you were 5 years old, very often we don't remember what happened until 5 years old, approximately, right? And so all of those things might be in your inconscious or your subconscious. So sometimes you might consciously say to yourself, but why do I even listen to them? Why I don't care about them. But it goes so deep into yourself. It goes so deep into your subconscious that you might, with your conscience, understand what's going on and say, I don't give a shit about what they are saying and what they are thinking. But at the end of the day, emotionally, it does affect you, right? And this is the reason why. They are pushing the buttons on wounds that they have created. So it's like, I'm sorry for the example, yes, but it is like if I would tell you somebody has the R word in 4 letters, and you have to be in the room in this person, and this person is talking about your body. You understand? You might say to yourself how much you want, I don't care, but there is a true trauma there. And you might be healed of the trauma, but still, right? 1 second, up. Let's see, what else? The Four of Swords and the Three of Swords in reverse. Healing. Taking your time here to relax, to meditate, to regain your mental clarity. You might have been thinking a lot, questioning yourself a lot, questioning them a lot, maybe trying to find solutions. Those 2 cards here are talking about healing. So I kind of feel that I might be talking here to someone who took already distance or put very, very strong boundaries. You might have taken geographical distance from them. And you might still be struggling, right? Because it's not an easy thing to do. It is your family. It is very, very painful. Tell me more here, please. Okay, so listen. We have the 10 of Wands here. Somebody being very, very, very burdened. Because they might be confused. Understand that some people, right, that are still in this system, they didn't heal, they don't plan to heal, they just accepted this as being the reality. They might have numbed themselves. They might truly be confused about how much it has costed you. Why? Because it might be, for example, a sibling, right? First of all, siblings are not treated the same, so they don't have the same experience. In those kind of family systems, we have roles, right? So we have the golden child, we have the scapegoat, we have the caretaker, we might have the mascot, we might have the lost child or the unseen child that is totally like they are not relevant at all. It's not even that they are carrying the burdens of others. Here, when we have the 10 of Wands, this is truly the scapegoat, carrying all the burdens of everyone. When there is a problem, it is always the scapegoat. And even if there is not a problem, because you are dealing with people that always have a problem because they are not at peace with themselves, they will create problems where they are not. So you might, for example, I don't know, they might find problems to your friends or to your spouse or to your work. Where there is no problem, they will create a problem because they are at war with themselves and they need to see it outside. They need other people to be unsafe as they feel unsafe inside of themselves, right? They have a hard time to see truly happiness. They will never admit to none of that, right? Just to be very clear. So there might be here someone who is confused because they might not understand the burdens that you were carrying here. Now you put the burdens back if you went no contact. This is like saying, I absolutely refuse the role. I don't care anymore. I give you back all your burdens. They are not mine to carry. I am tired of being judged. I am tired of having people in my business just searching what is not okay with me, having no encouragement, all there is, it is obligations, never a good feeling. I always have to pay attention to everything because whatever I'm saying is turned the other way. I know that you are talking behind my back. You know, it is like giving back to them all of it. It is total refusal. Let's get more cards here. Tell me more here, please. Seven of Pentacles and the Death card in the upright. I kind of feel here that there is someone that is searching for options for how to have a new beginning. They want a new beginning. The Death card here might also talk about you who has totally put an ending to all of this situation because you decided to truly invest in yourself and create for yourself a whole new beginning. This is the end and the beginning. Like you might have taken a lot of time to get to this place where you understood that they will never change, there is nothing that you can do, you will never be good enough. However you are trying to protect yourself in a way or another, it doesn't help at the end of the day. And that you had no other choice. With the Seven of Pentacles here, I kind of feel that you have been extremely patient. You have invested a lot in trying to have some kind of stability into this environment. I kind of feel that many people of the collective, one of the main issues with those kind of families, it is that you tend to be someone who want to live in authenticity. It means that you are proud of yourself. It's not that you are doing everything perfectly, but you are not hiding anything. You don't have like you are truly doing your best. And dealing with people that are always making you feel that you are not good enough, that you are the problem, that you are this when you are that, when you are truly being so authentically yourself and they are using this authenticity to attack you, to spread lies about you, it is very painful. So I kind of feel here, right? We might have someone that thought that you would be coming back, trying to weigh their own options about coming back. If it's the case, we might be talking here about some kind of investment that they made and they need to have some kind of contact with you regarding this money. This might be the case, but I want to concentrate more here on the fact that you have been very patient. You have truly invested and tried your best. You had no other choice but to get to the place where you had to put a total ending because this was your ability to start anew. What is happening now? I am attracted to this card of karma. What is happening now? It is that once you took distance, you got out of this survival mode, you regained your mental clarity, all the mental fog dissipated, you regain your mental clarity, and now you might see more clearly more and more things that you might not have seen before. It's very normal, right? This is because you are not in this mental fog anymore. You are not bombarded with people who are making you doubt yourself, right? So now you can see things very clearly. This is also part of healing. Same goes if you are in a relationship with somebody narcissistic, right? When you are into it, you are very confused. Afterwards, you don't even understand how you stayed for so long. The Emperor. Yeah, listen. What I wanted to say, I started and I stopped. The karma, right? The moment that you stepped away, they might have fallen. You might not be aware because you might not pay attention. Because I guess that if you regained your freedom now, you are more about your own healing, rebuilding your own life, understanding how much energy you put into that and that you might have been stuck. So you might truly be concentrated on, rebuilding yourself, because until you were dealing with that, you were in survival mode all the time. So your energy was going there all the time. You couldn't be totally yourself. Your mind even didn't have the freedom to think totally open, right? But now, as I said, we are talking about a system. So the image that I like to use, because I think that it is very graphic, you have to imagine the family system as a table, for example, right? So there are 4 legs on the table. If you take one leg out, you, the scapegoat, which might have been the one of the strong legs, right? Because you were holding all the problems. There is no stability anymore. They lose their stability. And so they might be going through karma now, right? Emperor, you took back the lead of your life, even if it meant, right, taking distance of your family, of the community, of people that you love, maybe. Sometimes you have no choice, but this is what you have to do, because if those people don't understand, or they are children, for example, and it's the parents that you have to take distance, then you have no other choice very often but to take distance of the whole system. Will you try to explain to children that their parents are narcissistic, that they are toxic? No, you might not want to do it, and you also might not want to have to deal with those children that are under the smear campaign that has been done on you, right? And so they might be disrespectful, they might not see you for who you are. It's complicated situation here. So I kind of feel that you had to take very, very serious decision in order to regain your life, right? Tell me more here, please. Six of Cups in reverse. No nostalgia. The Five of Swords. You have no regret regarding the past because you see the toxicity. You know that you are dealing here with people that are all about winning over you. It is not a connection of support. Those people were not partners in your life. They were trying to win over you, right? It was a constant battle, in fact. When they are supposed to be your safe space, or at least be neutral. But here it's not the case. Five of Swords, it is someone who wants to win over you. They are in competition with you. They want to win over you. They want to feel superior to you. They might want to control you. They don't care about the damage that they are doing. They don't care to lie, to gaslight, to manipulate. They don't care. They need to maintain their image, their ego, their control. This is what it is. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Ah, interesting. I will put it back, but this card came out. You had to let go. You had to let go. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. You had to release. Because this was the only way for you to truly heal your inner child, regain your individuality, and truly be able to live your own life. This was the only way for you to free yourself from this state of depression where they were holding you all the time. It is being under constant attack. Constant attack. So you had to do that in order to not be dealing with all of those energies anymore. Yeah, healing your inner child. Some people think that you can heal while still dealing with those kind of families. At the end of the day, it's not true. As I said, you won't be able to truly heal, for example, rape, when the rapist is next to you all the time. It's not possible. You cannot. And which is crazy, it's that people can understand those kind of example, but when it's family, it is like, no, it is not possible. Like what? There are no unalivers that have a family? Most of them have. Narcissists don't have family? They have. So, you know, but somehow, when it's family, it's kind of... No, it's not possible. Like a parent cannot act this way towards their child. Not only they can, but there is nothing more destructive than a parent that is always going down on their child. No matter the age of the child. So, let's see. What else should I talk about here? Regarding this situation, is there something that we need to know about this situation? The Two of Pentacles, yeah. They totally lost their balance, their stability. This is what I was explaining with the table, right? We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. They cannot find their stability anymore, right? Because at the end of the day, they made you feel like nothing. You were nothing. You didn't care, when in fact, as said, the scapegoat is often what is gluing the whole group together against the scapegoat, but the scapegoat needs to be there. And just for me to be clear, the moment that you are going no contact, you are still the scapegoat, right? So in the beginning, the whole family system is very, very united, even more glued together, because now they can freely talk about the scapegoat. But with time, it dissolves, right? So it can be 1 year, 2 years, they will truly, you know, you are still the scapegoat. It doesn't matter. But at a certain moment, your absence and the fact that they have nothing to feed the talks between them on you, because they have no more access, then there is a total lack of balance, right? And the lack of balance is there also because you are not in the mental prison that they needed you to be, doubting yourself, thinking that you are the problem, being in this mental fog, living in survival mode. You are not there anymore. You liberated yourself. And chances are that your life is going very, very well. Even much better than before, right? Because now, suddenly, you don't have this dark cloud over you all the time. It's over. Tell me more here, please. We have the Knight of Swords that was turning. Yeah, so it was turning. It was going in this direction. The smear campaign card. So even the smear campaign, it kind of came out like this. So yeah, it is more like this, but I will still talk about it this way, right? The smear campaign doesn't hold anymore, right? This is what I'm telling you. That first of all, they have nothing to feed the smear campaign anymore. They were never talking about themselves, right? Whenever they were seeing people, they were holding the conversation by talking about you, by saying how difficult you were and how much stress they had because of you, how worried they were about you, right? Because they're always playing the I am so worried, you know, they're presenting themselves as angels. You are the problem and they are so worried about you. So now they kind of cannot do it anymore. They cannot do it anymore because how much can you talk about someone who is not there anymore, right? And also, as said, your life might go very, very well since you don't have this dark cloud over you. So now suddenly, before that, you might have felt the need to dim yourself, hide yourself. You didn't even have the ability to truly connect to your abilities, to your strengths, to your individuality. And now suddenly you are breathing, right? You are totally in alignment with yourself. We have the self-worth card here, which is their karma. Their karma is your strength, your healing, your alignment, your high vibration. So you are manifesting now the life that you wanted, that you couldn't manifest before. So yeah, so their smear campaign is a little bit going pfeifen because people are seeing the truth now and they are totally stressed out now, right? Because anyway, they are stressed out all the time, but before they could blame it all on you. Now, not only they cannot blame it on you, but now people may go to them and say, yeah, I see that your child or your sibling or your the spouse of whoever, I see that they are doing so well, it's beautiful, and they are like, they want to die, right? They want to die. So, the Suit of Swords, we are here with the Six of Swords, the inability to go towards karma water. They cannot transition. They are stuck. They are stuck. They are unable. Here there is unburdening. They are unable to unburden themselves. They are burdened now. We have the Ten of Wands here. You put down the burdens that they put on you, and now they are carrying the burdens. Because if you are going better, since you are not in touch with them anymore, it kind of explains everything, right? Tell me more here, please. The Page of Swords. Yeah, the truth is coming out. It's clear. It's clear now. There is clarity about where your lack of foundation was coming from. The Four of Wands. Think about, this is the ones we are talking about, wood, right? The four legs of the table. The four legs of the table. One leg is missing. No more stability. None. Right? It's clear now that whatever instability they put on you, it was never yours to carry. It was their own instability and they were blaming it on you. It's clear now. The Page of Swords. This is information. People are getting the memo. They can see that you, since you took distance, you are much more peaceful, happier, things are going well for you. And they are not, they are still the same. For them, nothing ever changed, right? They might even be more stressed out now, that they don't have this leg to put all the weight onto. Let's see. Let's go to closure here. Closure, please. Did you see how the cards are turning here? So listen. We have this Five of Pentacles now that came in the upright, following the fact that they have no more stability. Now, whatever they wanted from you, we saw before that it came out in the reverse because you took yourself out of that, right? They were making you miserable. You were always feeling that you were in the cold, that they didn't care about you, that whatever you did, it was never enough. You might have felt that you were breadcrumb, that you were always accused of everything. They were trying to create you problems, right? You decided to release. We saw this before. It was coming out here. Now, following this lack of stability that they are having because the truth came out, this is clarity, the truth, the Page of Swords. They are unstable and now they are miserable. because they cannot put things on you anymore. And look at what we have here. If you've been here before, you know why I'm laughing. We have the comeback of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is what is very important for this person. It is appearances, right? So this is why they love to play the victim, right? You were the problem. Every problem that they had in their life, it was because of you. And maybe, you know, before it was you, it might have been their spouse. And before their spouse, it might have been their parent. They will always find somebody else to put their burdens onto. They will never do the work. They will never see that they are the problem, right? So this is somebody for who appearances are very important. This is why they were talking shit about you. This is why the smear campaign, because they needed to protect their image. We are here with someone who is kind of shallow. They might do anything for money. We saw before here that I told you that they might be trying to find some kind of options with this Seven of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles in order to try to come back. And if it's the case, it is because there is some kind of financial something. There is some kind of investment here where they need to have access to you, maybe to try to get this investment or try to take this investment from you, something like that, right? It wouldn't be surprising with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because this is somebody who is money driven. They would do absolutely anything and everything for money. It is also somebody who is dependent, so they are trauma bonding, they are superficial, they are in fact very insecure, even though that if you would see them, they very often look very prideful. This might be a Karen, for example. You know, those people who are very ego-driven, they think that they are better than others, they think that they can control other people, they think that they are better than others, when in fact it all comes from a place of lack of self, right? Shallow, judging people based on nothing. This is the kind of energy that you might have been dealing with, right? And they are miserable now. So let's see, is there anything else here? Yeah, it's obvious now that they have been very, very unfair with you. People can see how courageous you had to be, because you were dealing here with people who were not allowing you to have anything positive in your life. They were actively creating you problems all the time. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the moon is in reverse. People can see exactly what's going on. And I kind of feel that what they see, it is that you have closed this cycle, but they didn't. They didn't. Now you are in your full power. The Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. You gained awareness, self-awareness. You might not be aware of that, but just to be very clear, because I think that it is important to realize it is dealing with those kind of situations. It is absolutely horrible, but trust and believe that once you are healing and healed from this, you have a level of awareness and self-awareness that most people will never have, right? The Queen of Cups is not born a Queen of Cups, right? This is a title. She has gone through a lot, right? Yeah, they never thought that you would leave. They never thought that you would leave. Yeah. The Page of Wands in reverse. We have a lot of Wands in reverse here. A lot of fiery energy, but it's the most karmic energy that can be. They were trying to control your mind. I take it here as lying, gaslighting, and manipulation, right? They were trying to get into your mind and brainwash you. They were presenting themselves as being one person when they are the total opposite. Yeah, you totally detach from that. You totally detach from that. And it's a victory for you. Look. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright after the Six of Wands, a victory. And it's not just a victory, right? Because it is a victory and people can see that. The Six of Wands is talking about celebration. It's not just, I'm winning. I'm winning and it is seen and it is celebrated. And I kind of feel that this is the reason why they are now in this energy of lack of stability and also feeling miserable, maybe even rejected by the community, right? Because they spend their time making of you the problem. And it's apparent now that it is not the case. You are not the problem. They are not how they described you to be. And if you were overreactive, it was just because you were under abuse all the time, all the time, all the time, right? So I will leave it here. Listen, I hope that it was healing. This is what I'm gonna say. Insightful and healing, because I truly feel that this was the intention of this reading. I would love to read you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.